This is K1DBC. The DRC Learning Net will start in 1 minute. All stations, please stand by. Hello and welcome back to the Denver Radio Club Learning Net for May 1st, 2024. It's a great place to learn about ham radio and STEM topics in general, and thankfully we have plenty of combined experience and expertise. This is Kilo 1 Delta Bravo Charlie. My name is Daron, and I am this evening's net control. Appreciate, as always, other people being able to take the nets. Thanks to Jim for taking the Wednesday night learning net. Really do appreciate that last week. So tonight we'll be taking your check-ins, comments, questions, updates, and more. We meet every Wednesday except the third Wednesday of the month at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time on 145.490 and 448.625. You can contact us via email, elmer@w0tx.org, and most social media at Denver Radio Club. That's also to include youtube.com/Denver Radio Club, where we stream and archive our nets and meetings. This net can be broken at any time for emergency or priority traffic by using the word break. Is there any emergency or priority traffic at this time? All check-ins to the net will be taken in alphabetical groups based on the first letter of the suffix of the operator's call sign. The suffix is the first letter after the number in the call sign. If you can, please try to use ITU phonetics for the call sign at least, and indicate if you have traffic or questions as you check in. You can follow along with who's checked in, w0tx.org/check-in. If your suffix begins with the letters A through M, Alpha through Mike, please check in now. This is K1DBC Net Control. Might be a bit of a quiet night, not a problem, but we're taking call suffixes. If your call suffix begins with the letters A through M, Alpha through Mike, let us know your call sign, your name, and if you have any traffic or questions, please call now. All right, we'll open up the whole alphabet. This is K1DBC Net Control. We're taking all call signs, all call suffixes for the Denver Radio Club Learning Net. If you'd like to check in, let us know your call sign, your name, and if you have any traffic or questions, A through Z, Alpha through Zulu, please check in now.
November 0, Tango Romeo Papa, Jim in Lakewood. Good evening.
Sam, no traffic.
All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. There was a double, but I think I got them in there. We got N0TRP Jim and KF0ORQ Sam, I believe it was. If there's a call sign correction needed, please let me know. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. I appreciate everyone who's been able to check in so far. We're taking all call signs, all call suffixes. This is the Denver Radio Club Learning Net. We're here to talk about electronics, ham radio, STEM, STEAM topics, your comments, questions, project updates, and more. So we're taking all call signs, all call suffixes. Let us know your call sign, your name, and if you have any traffic or questions, please call now.
W0TX repeater.
Alpha Fox 0 Echo, Alex Broomfield.
Kilo Delta Zero, Uniform Kilo Romeo, Brandy in Arvada.
All right, in that time we had AF0E Alex and KD0 UKR Brandy. Thank you all so much for checking in here. Well, it might be a pretty quiet night now tonight. Not a problem though. But this is an hour-long session here, so we'll take check-ins throughout the net. We can talk about what we talked about past nets, but we'll take all call signs, all call suffixes. If you'd like to check in, please let us know your call sign, your name, and if you have any traffic or questions, please call now. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. I guess people might be busy this evening. Not a problem. Yeah, let's see. Again, appreciate Jim, N0TRP, for taking the last Learning Net. Alex, KS0E, for taking the Sunday night nets here recently. Really do appreciate that. Let's see. Let me drop. Yeah, more information on our club, w0tx.org. We had a recent build day, April 27th. Mark N0XRX provided a build for that at his home. So a few people went up there and built a Balun. So it looked like a pretty cool project. So hopefully that went pretty well. What else? Our website's being updated, always things on there. We have flyers going out for Field Day, I think. Or, excuse me, Hamfest. This is K1 DBC Net Control. Anyone else, though, at the moment? Comments, questions, check-ins, please call in.
KE0SUM, Jonathan, Lakewood, question.
All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. I was reading some older information in there, but KE0SUM, I got you checked in with a question. Go ahead, the net is yours.
Oh, I was just wondering when the DRC was going to start up their Saturdays, monthly in the park, and that's just such a great experience. I wondered if you were going to continue along with that this summer. KE0SUM, back to net.
Good question there, Jonathan. Yeah, actually, the first one was just this past Saturday. I was just mentioning there, we were doing a build of a kit. I didn't make it there, but I think there was only about 4 or 5 people that showed up, maybe a few more. But at Mark N0XRX's house, where we do a field day at, just around there, this past Saturday. The next one will be May 25th. And we'll be launching a Pico balloon. So May 25th. So more information on our website under the events. All right, good question there. This is K1 DBC Net Control. All right, yep, great events there. Awesome kind of in-person events. Parks on the Air, we're doing July 20th, August 31st, Colorado QSO party, and October 5th, we're doing a camp out. So, yeah, more information on our website. One more thing, let me see here. Due in part to the work of some of the members here on the Learning Net, let me see here. We'll be putting on our website the kind of unofficial kind of Friday meetup at I think a Lakewood restaurant. So we'll be putting that on our website, and we'll maybe try to get more people involved with that. So let me see if I can find that. But anyone else on that or anything else, please call now.
Kilo Echo Zero Alpha Bravo, late check-in. No traffic.
No traffic, but just checking in.
All right, sounds good. Thanks there. Got a couple check-ins. KE0 Alpha Bravo Ken and K5 AFO Ben. Thank you so much both for checking in here.
N0 TRP.
Yeah, N0 TRP. Jim, go ahead.
Yeah, during that lunch that you mentioned in the Lakewood area on that third Wednesday of every month, 11:30 at the Valley Inn there on Wadsworth, and yeah, but it's in that King Super shopping area there at Jewel and Wadsworth.
All right, thanks for the update there, Jim. Yeah, I may have conflated it with something else. Awesome. So yeah, face-to-face meetings if you are available. 11:30, third Wednesday of the month, in person. Valley Inn, a restaurant, 1997 South Wadsworth Boulevard in Lakewood. Restaurant is on South Edge, King Super Shopping Center, Jewel and Wadsworth. No reservations required. If you're interested about in meeting and talking about radio, other topics, don't hesitate to stop by. So thanks for everyone who's able to continue doing that. All right, so that will be posted on our website here shortly. So if you missed it, it will be put on our webpage, so you can check that out. So really do appreciate that. Let's see, a few emails have come in with some information and some other stuff here. Let me see if I can bring up some stuff here. But if anybody has any comments, questions, check-ins, anything else so far for this evening's net, please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Foxtrot Papa India. Ron in Lakewood, no traffic. Jerome.
All right, got you checked in there, KF0, FPI Ron. Thank you so much for checking in. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. If you've been with the club for a while or in ham radio for a while and just around, you may remember mailing lists. You remember Yahoo groups, and that shut down, and then there was groups.io. Our club does have a groups.io. I don't really watch it too much, unfortunately, but some information from Larry Irons. So this is a groups.io/g/ham learning net. It's not super active, but there is some stuff posted on there once in a while, so I'll see if I can find that. Larry Irons, a longtime friend of the club and net control operator for this net, K0LAI. He's posted on March 21st. Not sure it's still available, but he has several years worth of QST magazines and CQ magazines. If you'd like, you can get a hold of him. So I think it's K0LAI on QRZ. You can find his information. Let's see, another post from him. Maybe. Let me see here. Pardon me for a moment. Let's see. Another post by Larry, and you can tell by the dates here how long it's been since I've looked at this. But on March 21st, he says he has a radio tower if anybody wants it. It's in 3 sections, collapsible, and has a tilt base. Fully extended, it's 38 feet tall. Free to a good home. He also has engineer's drawing for installation. Tower is light and can be carried by one person, but 2 would be better. So not sure if that's still available, but get a hold of Larry Irons, K0LAI. He might have a tower available still.
W0TX repeater.
All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. Let me see if there was anything else here recently on that. Not a whole lot. Yeah, I do apologize for not necessarily abandoning that platform, but if anybody's subscribed on it, we do appreciate it. You're more than welcome to keep using it, but it has kind of fallen by the wayside. So groups.io/g/ham learning net. A few other emails came in, some things, but I'll throw it out to the group. Comments, questions, check-ins, anything else so far for this evening's net, please call in. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. Let's see some emails forwarded over here recently. Let's see, Jeff Irvin. You might all heard this. MFJ, unfortunately, is going out of business, so he forwarded over this story of a very heavy, sad heart by Martin F. G. K5FLU. He's after. Let me drop here for a moment. Martin writes, Dear fellow hams and friends, it is with a sad heart as he writes this letter. As many of you have heard by now, MFJ is ceasing its on-site production in Starkville, Mississippi on May 17th, 2024. This is also same for their sister companies, Ameritron, High Gain, Cushcraft, Mirage, and Vectronics. Times have changed since they started this business 52 years ago. Their product line grew and prospered, but COVID really changed everything in their business, just like everyone else's. It was the hardest hit that they never really fully recovered from. So this would be the 80th year. He never really considered retirement, so it's a short time with family. Since his time is so short with his family, is so precious. He wants to thank all employees who have helped build this company with him over the years. MFJ made their career spanning 10 to 40 years. They're going to continue to sell MFJ products past May 17th. They have a lot of stock on hand. They'll continue to offer repair service for out-of-warranty and in-warranty units for the foreseeable future. Finally, a special thanks to all of our customers and dealers who have made MFJ a worldwide name and profitable business for so many years. Everyone is so much appreciated. So sincerely yours, 7-3, Michael, K5FLU. So big name in the industry. That is unfortunate to hear, and it's dwindling the already short amount of suppliers that we have access to as amateur radio operators in this hobby. So this is K1 DBC Net Control. Anyone on that or anything else, please call now.
Okay, E0SUM comment.
Yeah, Jonathan SUM, go ahead.
I think the MFJ thing is really interesting because a couple of large ham radio companies were looking. They said they'd look at buying them, but they didn't want to disclose their financials. So you didn't know, well, how much they made, how much they spent, pretty much anything. So I thought that was interesting. The other thing was the manager down at HRO and I were talking the other day, right after this happened, and they looked it up. And I don't know if this was all 12 HRO stores or just ours, but we sold 28,500 pieces of MFJ last year. And I found that interesting. Where do you fill that void? Okay, E0SUM, back to that.
Interesting to hear about the finances. Yeah, I don't know on that. That is kind of unfortunate to hear that there may have been an opportunity for a buyout, and it didn't go through due to a lack of financial transparency, unfortunately. So, but yeah, it's a lot of pieces, a lot of equipment, a lot of radios, a lot of different equipment MFJ provided. So, who is going to provide that equipment now? That is a question. Yeah, very good. I'll throw it out to the net. Anyone else on the shutdown of MFJ and future ramifications for us as ham radio operators? Please call them.
KF0 FPI.
Yeah, Ron, KF0 FPI. The net is yours.
Yes, I was kind of saddened when I heard that. I have multiple, and I've only only a 3-year guy into ham. I'm a general. I heard our president Sunday. He thinks it's junk, and that's fine because people like Fords and Chevys and Toyotas. That's totally fine. But I have some pieces of MHJ equipment that are awesome. One is the digital watt meter that they put out. It is a 964, I believe. No, an 849. MFJ 849. And that has made ham radio very easy for me. Very easy. And a few other meters. And they were American. They had America stamped on a lot of their stuff. And that's why I'm pretty sad to see them go down the road. I hope somebody picks it up. So with that, that's a question to the net. What do the people on the net think about MFJ products, if they've had good luck, bad luck, or whatever on them? That would be kind of a cool question for the net. This is KFC or FPI, back to net.
Great question. This is K1 DBC Net Control. Yeah, I guess real quick, you make a good point. It's the price point of this hobby can be very high at times, and you don't necessarily always need a Cadillac or Mercedes-Benz. You're fine with, something a little bit lower quality, but still just as good, really. It just doesn't have the brand name, but it is just as good. So, yeah, I mean, I have the G5RV MFJ. That's always worked really, really well. It's a nice product. So, yeah, I'll throw it out to the group. What's your thoughts on MFJ products? Where else would you go to purchase products from at the price points you're looking for? Or anything else on that? Go right ahead.
K5 AFO.
Ben, K5 AFO, the net is yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, everybody. The MFJ, I heard that story, and the person I heard it from was reading out the letter. Perhaps, Jerome, that's pretty much what you've done. I don't know the call or the name, I can't remember it, of the lead chap that runs it, but it does sound like he was trying to retire, so you can't blame him. But I've got probably 5 pieces of MFJ kit, and I've had a Versatuner, the manual tuner, for 15, 16 years, and it's well battered, well used, been used on field day, been used, used thoroughly, and still works a treat, absolutely spot on. I've got MFJ power supply, MFJ, a couple of MFJ sling up a tree antennas, a couple of MFEDs that I've used over the period. So it's good. I only have good experiences. So definitely will have to be looking around in future. Actually, I've probably dropped out.
W0TX repeater.
Yeah, K5 AFO. Yeah, sorry, I was waffling on too much, dropped out there. But generally good experiences with the MFJ stuff.
Sounds good there, Ben. Thank you for that. Yeah, hopefully I didn't time out the repeater earlier, but you didn't time it out. You are good to go. No problem. So, yeah, it is sad to see. And, very good quality products at a good price. Compared to ICOM and Kenwoods, it's a much easier way to get into this hobby. Very cool stuff. Yeah, anyone else on that? Please call now.
Can I comment, Jerome?
Jonathan, SUM, go right ahead. No problem.
I'm going to give you a gentle nudge in the ribs because MFJ doesn't compete with ICOM, Yaesu, Kenwood. It's not even close because MFJ has so many diverse products that are associated, well, Astron amplifiers, there you go. You get a 10-day warranty with them, but I'm just saying they really aren't a good comparison.
Okay, gotcha. Not a problem. This is K1 DBC Net Control. Anyone else on that? Please call out. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. I'm sure this is probably kind of an end of an era a little bit. Things might be changing a little bit here for ham radio, hopefully for the good. And I guess we'll have to see what the outcome of this is. But yeah, anyone else on that closure of MFJ, your experience with MFJ products or alternatives or anything else? Go right ahead.
Alpha Bravo.
Yeah, Alpha Bravo. Ken, the net is yours.
Yeah, did they carry other products like Cushcraft and other products like that also?
Yeah, Cushcraft was under their umbrella, and that's also gone now.
Okay, so you won't be able to go, let's say, to the Cushcraft website or whatever and buy anything or anything like that. That's all gone.
Well, I guess unless it happens to be in stock, because MFJ said they had stuff in stock, and under that umbrella, maybe, but I work now at HRO, and I haven't seen a Cushcraft product come through in quite a while. I'd say they're gone.
Okay, I was just wondering. Interesting. Thank you. This is Kilo Echo Alpha Bravo. Back to net.
Sounds good. Thanks for the follow-up there. This is K1 DBC Net Control. Yeah, it's May 17th. It'll affect MFJ, Ameritron, High Gain, Cushcraft, Mirage, and Vectronics. They say they're going to continue to sell MFJ products past May 17th. I'm not too sure if that includes any of the others, though. But, yeah, get it while you can. It's still up there now, so just a couple of weeks, I guess. And they may still have some stock afterwards, but you really never know. So this is K1 DBC Net Control. Anyone else on that? Please call now. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. We have another half hour or so. Anyone else, if you want to check in, or if you have any comments or questions, or if you want to bring anything up, please call now. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. I'll take this time to take official check-ins if you're just tuning in. Welcome to the Denver Radio Club Learning Net. Great place to learn about ham radio, STEM topics in general. This is Kilo 1 Delta Bravo Charlie K1 DBC. I'm Net Control. We'll take your comments, questions, check-ins this evening. So if you do want to check in, we're taking all call signs, all call suffixes. Let us know your call sign, your name, and if you have any traffic or questions, please call now. All right, one more call. At the moment, if you'd like to check in, we're taking all call signs, all call suffixes. Please let us know your call sign, your name, and if you have any traffic or questions, please check in now. Okay, nothing heard just yet. This is K1 DBC Net Control. Does anyone else have any other comments, questions, check-ins, anything else you'd like to bring up for this evening's Learning Net? Please call now. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. All right, let me see here. This is K1DBC Net Control. I might play this video after the Learning Net here, but I want to thank Ben, AFO, for sending in an email about looking back at the 1970s CB radio in the United States. So it'll be a 5-minute video. I guess I could play that after the Learning Net here. So if you want to check that out, again, youtube.com/Denver Radio Club. Old footage of CB radio in the 1970s. So nice nostalgia hit, I'm sure. This is K1DBC Net Control. Video titled Look Back at the 1970s CB radio in the USA. So I might play a few minutes after the Learning Net, but pretty cool. Appreciate that, Ben. I don't know if you have any follow-up on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, K5AFO returning. I was just curious. I mean, obviously, I've been described as a dirty foreigner, being from a UK, being a Brit. But I got into CB in about 1982-ish. That's when it sort of all kicked off, and it was all the illegal AM and sideband stuff. And then they legalised it, and then it became less interesting. But the UK was following the sort of US lead, and getting a contact across the pond with when the conditions were right was great fun, and that sort of led me to into ham radio. And I saw that video, and it did make me smile. And it was just interesting seeing it from a US angle, that sort of historical look. Back to you.
Awesome. Thanks for sending that in. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, it's nice to see this. And it is funny because I subscribe to a YouTuber called Ringway Manchester, and he covers a lot of vintage UK-based radio systems. And so I watch those quite frequently and sometimes, and I never follow back on these ones. So really do appreciate that. Very cool.
Question?
Yeah, go ahead with the question.
This is Kilo Echo Zero Alpha Bravo. Hey Ben, when you were doing that in over across the pond there, were you using single sideband or were you using AM?
I believe it was single sideband. I know I used to go around to. It was totally illegal, and. So I know a friend of mine built a 10-meter beam in his loft, in his attic, and we used to go around and play. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was sideband. Back to you.
W0TX repeater.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, because I was running CB in the 80s, were you using more than 4 watts? And when we talk about that legality there, just out of curiosity, not to pin you down or anything, but we used to run little block, what they called heaters or Class AB trans or amplifiers, AB. Class amplifiers, and run around maybe 300-400 watts. Did you ever do any of that?
You make me laugh. Yeah. We had a little play with that, and I do remember through my inexperience, not using the right thickness wires and melting some plastic. And cutting off very quickly, but yeah, there was plenty of people using a little more power than the registered 4 watts that we were supposed to use. Yeah, there weren't many using 4 and just 4. So there you go. I think enough said.
QSL, understand we don't want to incriminate ourselves, but it was many years ago when it was a big fad, and it was a lot of fun. And actually, that's kind of what got me, one of the things that got me into ham radio also. So anyway, I hope we don't get any trouble with the FCC here on kind of remembering things. But this is Kilo Echo Zero Alpha Bravo, back to net.
No, I think it's probably a statute of limitations there. I know it's sort of 3,000 or 4,000 miles across the pond. Yeah, all good fun. But lots of people came into this hobby through CB, and I've yet to listen around here in this area, but I suspect there's activity. But there you go. I do like the ham side, but if I hadn't got into CB, I would never have got into ham radio. So one led into the other for me, anyway. Yeah. Okay. I'll say back to you, Drone. Back to you for the net.
All right, AFO. Ben, really do appreciate that. All right, yeah, I'm sure CB got a lot of people into the this hobby. Yeah, it's interesting reading here. AM CB operation through single sideband was largely illegal in the UK. So it was only for FM rather than AM. So, but it sounds like I'm looking at an Ofcom, like a Freedom of Information request, and it says they have not prosecuted anyone in the last 10 years for illegal use of single sideband or AM on, well, at least 27 megahertz, they're saying here. So, yeah, kind of interesting thing. And yeah, and I'm sure I know that pirate radio is pretty big in the UK, so there's quite a lot of stuff going on there, wireless telecom wise. So really cool stuff. This is K1 DBC Net Control. Anyone else? We have 25 minutes. Let us know if you have any comments, questions, check-ins. Please call now. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. Again, 25 minutes left. If anybody has any comments, questions, check-ins, please call now.
KD0 UKR.
Yeah, Brandy, KD0 UKR. The net is yours. Go ahead.
I think it was last week I told y'all that I had ordered an Anytone DMR radio, and that's what I'm speaking to y'all on right now. I have it in analog, not digital, and I'm using 10 watts of power, and I've been chatting quite a bit on it. It seems to work great on the analog side. It took me about a day to figure out how to get it all programmed. And I still don't know how to use it for digital communications. I'm going to let it drop for a sec. So I'm meeting a fellow online tonight, or not online, but on the air tonight, and he's going to help me with some of the menu stuff on the radio and how to get onto a talk group. So hopefully I'll get some of that figured out tonight. But, I've heard that there's a pretty sharp learning curve with DMR, and I don't dispute that, but I just wanted to kind of throw it out there that for anyone who's hesitating, that it's not that bad. You can figure out the programming. There's some jankiness. They could develop the software a little better, but it's doable, and you can figure it out. And there's plenty of resources online and videos to watch.
Very cool there. Yeah, I'd love to hear what model it was. But yeah, the code plugs is a kind of a headache compared to the just a normal analog. But our club on our website and RMHAM also have sample code plugs for the 578, 868, and 878. So yeah, we'd love to hear more on that. So what model did you get there?
I'm trying to write down what you just said. I have the 578, and I got a code plug from a ham that is on the 146670. Trying to remember his call sign right off. DC is the suffix. KE0DC. Doug had a code plug that he emailed to me so I could get started.
Awesome. Good to hear. Yeah, good man there. Appreciate that. So, our website, w0tx.org, under the repeaters page, and then rmham.org have some sample code plugs, I believe, for those radios. So you can download it, import it into the Anytone software, and start changing time, all the different settings. So very cool.
Question.
Yeah, Jonathan, SUM, go ahead.
Hey, Brandy. Well, you've been a ham radio operator for a while. I was just curious why you chose DMR as opposed to, say, Yaesu's Wires X or D-Star, something like that. What drove you into DMR, which I consider probably the hardest digital method to learn?
So I really didn't choose DMR. It kind of chose me by default. I was looking for a radio to use as my base station for UHF and VHF. And as I was shopping around, digital radios started to kind of enter my, the field as I was shopping, and the reviews on this radio were really good, and so I decided to go with this Anytone 578. And, I figured I could learn any of them. And I guess if I learn the hardest, then the rest of them will seem like cakewalk. KD0 UKR.
Good question there. I appreciate the response as well. We've talked about this briefly in the past. At least in the Denver metro area, we have 56 DMR repeaters on repeaterbook.com, it looks, and a lot less of the others. So it kind of depends maybe on the area. But yeah, very cool stuff. And you can get a drop for a moment. Make sure I'm not doubling.
W0TX repeater.
We've talked about in the past hotspots, so you can cross-repeat between DMR and different things like that. So, yeah, great question. Welcome into the fold. It is definitely difficult to set up, but you only have to do it once, and then you just kind of learn the ropes. So, yeah, good luck on that. UKR, if you have anything else on that, or anyone else on DMR or Brandmeister or digital modes, go ahead.
Well, if anyone has any tips, anyone who's done it and can think of anything where, they wish someone had told them, I'd love to hear those things.
Alpha Bravo.
Yeah, good question there. Yeah, Alpha Bravo, go ahead.
Yeah, Brandy, this is Ken, Kilo Echoes Alpha Bravo. I don't know anything about that stuff. I do know that I worked with a company called Bridgecom, and I bought me a little 220 rig, and they have a lot of different stuff like that, and they have a lot of different classes on the DMR and stuff like that. I don't know if that would be helpful, but they do have a lot of information on that website. I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but just some info. This is Kilo Echoes Alpha Bravo, back to net.
Ken, I actually bought my radio from Bridgecom, and it came with what they said is a $97 Bridgecom University course, which basically consists of about 30 videos. I don't think anyone ever really pays $97 for those videos, because I noticed that they are also all available for free on YouTube. But there is a lot of great information, and that is where I had to go to find the answers to some of my hang-ups as I was navigating the software. And it worked out pretty well. The videos are a little tough to watch, but, the information is there. Thank you for that. KE0UKR.
Okay, Okay, Brandy. Yeah, no, like I say, I bought the little 2020 or the 220 rig, and it's a nice little rig. And I was just kind of curious, but it sounds like what you need to do is you need to get together with a few people and work out some snags on it. But good luck with that. Like I say, I don't have any knowledge on it, but it seemed like it would be an interesting way to go. But anyway, good luck. This is Kilo Echo Zero Alpha Bravo. Back to net.
All right, thanks there, Alpha Bravo, for the follow-up. This is K1 DBC Net Control. Another great resource. There's a digital learning net that occurs on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. On the Colorado HD. You can go to coloradodigital.net for more information on there. A really great resource. I think it was Doug that you mentioned there, KE0DC, and Bill, W0SUN, run that net. And as well as Toshin, another member of that group, also has amateurradionotes.com. It's no longer being updated, but it has a lot of great resources. Amateurradionotes.com and coloradodigital.net.
That's great. Doug actually had told me about coloradodigital.net, and the first code plug I installed, I got right off of there, which was an old 2020 code plug of Doug's. But then he sent me one that he had spent a lot more time refining. He sent me it directly, but I had not heard of amateurradionotes.com, so I will check it out. Thanks for that. KT0UKR, back to net control.
Perfect. Sounds good. This is K1 DBC Net Control. Yeah, good luck with that. We have definitely a lot of people with some digital experience. So let us know if you have run into any issues and anyone else. So we have another 15 minutes. I can certainly bring up a couple more things here, but anyone else, comments, questions, check-ins, please call now. All right, really appreciate everyone checking in here so far to this Learning Net. Another 15 minutes. Any other comments, questions, check-ins, anything you're working on, please call now. All right, over on our website, w0tx.org, on the bottom we have a, if you want to sell or buy, for sale wanted, you can post ads on there. We had someone reaching out to us asking for some assistance for modding an HT for M17 digital mode. Let me drop here for a moment. This is Rod Trotch, K0POF, looking for assistance modifying a Redivis RT3S with the M17 mode. So more information on m17.org. Open source digital mode, essentially. So kind of combines the best of everything and is free of use. So he's looking for some assistance. Let's see. Let me drop for a moment. So M17 is a newer digital mode that uses an open source codec. He doesn't know of any radios on the market that are being sold with it, but there are mods that can be done. Pi-Star even supports it. Between his aging eyes, copious amounts of caffeine, lack of desoldering tools, fine soldering tools, magnification tools, etc. Overall lack of experience with surface mount. He might need some help. So he's including a few websites if you're interested. So he posted this as an ad on our website, so you can go find his information on there. He has a Redivis RT3S radio with the intent on modding it. So if you have any experience in radio modding, he's more than happy to reward everyone with a barter of choice, but please reach out. His phone number's on there. He lives in the general Centennial Highlands Ranch area, but is willing to meet. So if you have experience in surface mount soldering and some understanding of this, please get a hold of him. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. Anyone else? Comments, questions, check-ins, please call now.
Did KF0NMA check in tonight?
No, I do not see them on the list here. This is a K1 DBC net control.
Thanks. I was just asking because he was looking for help with that soldering project, and what you were just talking about reminded me of it. So I thought I'd see if he was on. KD0UKR back to net.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, I'll take that down and see if I can get those two in touch. So very cool. Really do appreciate that. All right, so that, yeah, again, on our webpage, just at the bottom, recent for sale and wanted, and you can find more information on there. I think Larry Irons, as I mentioned, he also put it on here, QST, CQ magazine's on there, and then another recent ad would be a Yaesu FT757. So, yeah, looking for assistance for modding HD for M17 digital mode by Rod. You can find that on our website. All right, another 10 minutes we have here. What else? Any other comments, questions, check-ins? Please call now.
Whiskey Zero, Romeo Tango Alpha, W0 RTA, Josh in Lakewood, late check-in.
W0TX, repeater.
W0 RTA, got you checked in here, Josh. Haven't heard your voice or call sign on here before, so welcome to the net. If you have any comments or questions, let us know, but glad to hear you in there.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, I am new to this net. I've checked in once before, but it was a while ago. And actually just had lunch with one of the Denver Radio Club members, so definitely interested in you guys, and I listen in a lot, so thanks for all your knowledge and your help with everything with getting me started last year, and I'll send it back to net. Thank you. W0 RTA, good day.
Excellent. That all sounds really good. I do appreciate that. So W0 RTA, this is K1 DBC Net Control. Yeah, glad to hear you in there. If anybody out there ever wants to check in, you're more than happy to do so. We're taking all check-ins. If you'd like to check in, let us know your call sign or and name. Please call now. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. Appreciate everyone checking in here so far. We had 10 check-ins here so far this net. Let's see. I can cover some upcoming club business. So let me drop here for a moment. Yeah, as we mentioned in the earlier on in the net, on our website under events, we have DRC Saturday. Our first one took place over this weekend. We did a build day, but then this month we'll be doing a Pico Balloon launch on May 25th. So they'll be located east of DIA. The club will build a Pico Balloon and take to the launch site early in the morning and track the balloon. And I do not think a recovery will be available. It'll just be tracked as it goes around the world. So more information will be provided as the event gets closer. The date may change due to weather or launch window. So tentatively scheduled for May 25th. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. Again, not on our website yet, but our upcoming meeting for May 15th. I think we have one of the developers from the Geocron project, Patrick KJ7ZSU. KJ7ZSU lined up on for the 15th. Let me see. More information on geocron.com/about for more information on them and their project here. Let me drop for a moment. Oh, some interesting, real quick history on here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but the only place in the world where geocrons are built, new or restored, is a small clock shop in Colorado Springs with 5 who answer the phone, listen to much 70s rock, and help each other as they wrench away on beautiful mechanical and digital timepiece. Meticulously handcrafted, Geocron is a rare fusion of art and science. Only mechanical geographic chronometer ever made from 62 to 2007. They were based in Redwood, California, supported by machinists in San Francisco. A lot more information here. So geocron.com will have a presentation by them on the 15th. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. About 5 minutes left. Any other comments, questions, check-ins? Please call now. All right, I think someone was trying to get in there. I heard nothing on that. If you want to try again, go right ahead. All right, sorry about that. Still not readable at all. A lot of background noise. Not sure if it's antenna placement or what it is, but not readable, unfortunately, not readable. Not sure if anyone was able to pick up the call sign in there, but if anybody was able to catch that, go ahead and let me know. All right, sorry about that, caller. Couldn't catch you in there. Not sure if it's an HT, not enough power, or a different placement, but I couldn't catch you in there. But maybe try again here in a few minutes. But this is K1DBC Net Control. Another few minutes left in the net. Anyone else? Please call in.
Bravo.
Yeah, Alpha Bravo. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking at this Bridgecom systems right now, and KD0UKR Brandy I'm reading that as a tri-band radio. Am I correct? That you bought?
Yes, it is a tri-band radio, and it can be run in a lot of different modes using a lot of different frequency ranges. I have it in the tri-band mode, although I don't have 1.25 meter antenna, and I don't know how much I'll use the 1.25 meter stuff anyway. But yep, that's right. That's what I have. KD0UKR.
Okay, that you answered my next question. Do you have a 1.25 meter antenna? And apparently you don't, because I was going to say the Denver Radio Club there has a repeater up here on the hill up here in Green Mountain, and for the 220 band, and it's not real busy, but every once in a while you can chat on it with a few fellows that hang around there. But I was just curious if you had bought the tri-band mobile antenna, and apparently you didn't. So thank you very much. This is Kilo Echo Zero Alpha Bravo, back to net.
All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting band there, 1.25 meter. People have talked about it. Very underutilized, it seems like, and any device that comes with it is fairly low wattage. It looks like it's 5 watts on this one, up to 5 watts for the 1.25 meter band, and 50 watts or so for the other two bands. So interesting.
I think in the downtown area here or the surrounding area, I think 5 watts would be plenty to open up that repeater up there. I know I live over here in Lakewood, and which isn't that far away, but 5 watts does open it up. But I think 5 watts would open it up anywhere around town. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. This is Kilo Echo Zero Alpha Bravo, back to net.
Very cool. No, yeah, sounds good. Absolutely. Yeah. Some other devices I've seen, it's milliwatts, it seems like, or maybe it just doesn't officially support transmit on those on some other ones. But yeah, 5 watts seems like it would definitely be good enough for that band. So yeah, anyone else? Comments, questions, check-ins on the 1.25 meter band, Anytone 578 tri-band radio? Go right ahead.
RTA.
Yeah, Josh, W0RTA, the net is yours.
I'm actually really glad you guys started talking about this. I just programmed a new handheld that I got for other reasons, but it ended up being tri-band, so I got a tri-band antenna for it. It's the I'm not sure if I want to say this out loud. It is a Baofeng. It's a UV17, but it's been great audio quality, and I just finished programming the 220 repeaters around here, and I was able from my backyard to open up Green Mountain and the one up on Centennial Cone there from right around the 6th and Garrison area with, I think it's only pushing 5 watts. So I was actually curious to see if anyone used those repeaters. Nobody came back to me, but they're probably all in this net, would be my guess. So I'll keep listening on it, and new adventure for me, the 1 1/4. Thanks for bringing it up and talking about it. W0RTA, back to net.
Excellent. Sounds good. Yeah, good timing on that. So, yeah, very cool. This is K1 DBC Net Control. We don't necessarily have a hard stop to the end of the net, but we are nearing that. But if anybody else has any other last-minute comments, questions, check-ins, anything else, please go there.
Alpha Bravo.
Yeah, Ken, Alpha Bravo. Go ahead.
I didn't get the gentleman's call there, but just a quick question. Have you made any contacts on the DRC repeater up there?
W0RTA, Whiskey 0 Romeo Tango Alpha. No, I literally just did a couple of radio checks on it about 5 minutes ago before I found this net and remembered this net was here. So, nope, not quite yet.
This is Kilo Echo Zero Alpha Bravo. After this net, would you like to QSY over to the 220 repeater up there on the hill and check out your radio on the 220 band?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love that. I won't take up too much time here, but which frequency is that? Because I'm still trying to sort out the names of everything on it.
This is K1 DBC Net Control. If you go to our website, w0tx.org/repeaters, it's the third one down. w0tx.org/repeaters. Receive is 22438, and transmit is 222.78. But more information on our site.
W0RT, thank you for that. And y'all QSY there when we're done. W0RT back to net.
Okay, this is Kilo Echo Zero Alpha Bravo, and after the net, I will QSY over there, and we'll have a short chat so you can kind of find out how your radio works. Anyway, this is Kilo Echo Zero Alpha Bravo, back to net.
Excellent, sounds good. It's nice to have getting usage of the equipment that we buy and then maybe have it sitting on a shelf for a while. So it's good to have things working here. So very cool. This is K1 DBC Net Control. Anyone else? Comments, questions, check-ins? Please call now.
KD0 UKR.
Yeah, Brandy, UKR. Go ahead.
You know you're getting sleepy when you can't do your own call sign. I just had a comment on power, and the gentleman was talking about his little Baofeng. And, I hooked one of those little Baofengs up to my J-pole on the roof. It was going through 40 feet of coax and up to the roof. And I was operating on 5 watts, which is really usually about 4.5 watts. And I could hit any repeater around. And then one time I was on 146.670 just about a week ago. And just for fun, as I was having a conversation, I turned the power down to low, which is about 1 watt on that little radio of mine. And it didn't make any perceivable difference to the person I was chatting with. I see people all over. Hold on just a second. I'm going to let it drop. I see people all over the web talking about, oh, I just got this 50-watt radio for UHF, and I try not to be a know-it-all, but I feel like they're missing the mark a little bit when they'll buy a 50-watt radio and put a crummy antenna on it when they could have a great antenna system and do everything they want to do on 5 or 10 watts.
Absolutely, great point. And especially with the repeater coverage that we have here, you can get away with doing 1 watt very, very easily. And yeah, as the point you were making, yeah, your antenna is just as much a part of the equation as anything else, not just power. So yeah, getting a good antenna as high up as you can, that'll make a world of difference. So yeah, really do appreciate the follow up on that, Brandy. All right, it is 8:35 p.m. Anyone else? We'll take last-minute comments, questions, check-ins. If anyone has anything, please call in.
Jerome, thank you for the note. Net, thank you to everybody for participating. And this is KD0UKR, clear 7-3.
All right, this is K1 DVC Net Control. I do appreciate everyone checking in. Glad to hear new voices, old voices. Really appreciate that. We had a total of 10 check-ins. That count does not matter. It doesn't matter if we have 1 person or 10 people or 100 people. We really appreciate everyone who can consistently and constantly check in and participate in this net and provide feedback and help to others. It's a real service that you all can provide for each other. So we really appreciate that. Let me get back to the script here and we'll close things out. All right, again, 10 check-ins. We'd like to thank everyone who participated, and especially appreciate our Elmers, everyone who's just able to chime in and help each other. Thanks to the Denver Radio Club for allowing us to use their repeaters for this net. Join us on the 3rd Wednesday of the month, 6 p.m. from an Elmer session to the prior to the regularly scheduled Denver Radio Club meeting at 7 p.m. W0tx.org for more information on that. So next week, we'll have another Learning Net. So join us again next week, 7:30 p.m. This is K1 DBC Net Control. I'll play just a few minutes of a couple of videos here. I'll do the Voice of America sign-off. I just found that the other day, and then I'll play a little bit of CB, and we'll close things out. So this is K1 DBC Net Control. 7-3, I am clear. Everyone have a good evening.
This is the Voice of America, Washington, D.C., signing off.
Tricks.
Only hours on the road, felt a need for self-expression. The idea caught on, and citizen band radio has become a social phenomenon in the United States. Communications laws make it easy for any citizen to have his own radio, capable of both transmitting and receiving messages over a radius of several kilometers. There are 20 million citizen band radios now in operation. It is expected that 15 million more will be purchased in the next year. By 1979, about half of the cars and trucks on the nation's highways will be equipped with CB units. Because of mass production, the units can be bought for as little as $60, and installation takes less than 30 minutes. A radio owner can obtain a permanent license simply by filling out a form and sending it to the Federal Communications Commission. The owner is required.
All right, everyone, thanks for joining. You can check this out on your own time. This is a video of looking back at 1970s CB radio in the USA, CB Radio Tricks. So thanks for AFO Ben for providing this. So with that,
broadcast may exceed 5 minutes.